Ladies and gentlemen, as if there were ever only ladies and gentlemen, have you ever noticed the subtle fascist atmosphere about everything here? If you haven't, you might be desensitized. It's no mistake how fascist it is. It's no mistake how ashamed they hope you feel. It's no mistake how afraid they hope you are. It's no mistake how guilty they hope you feel. It's no mistake how disconnected from everything you feel. It's no mistake that you're dissociative in the right side hemisphere of your brain, where your emotions can be correctly processed and regulated, is not functioning properly. What is your major malfunction? Pulling back a curtain. Nothing is for certain. Ooh. Nothing is for certain. I feel like singing a song, like a written song, not just some whatever the fuck I'm doing. Maybe I'll warm up a little bit. Who the fuck is I love a woman? Who the fuck is nobody really knows. Who the fuck is misunderstood? My 6-year-old child adeptly said, "Mommy, you're misunderstood." I was like, okay, you are so right. You are so right. That is so true. Hello. Hey, the awfulist. Hello, and welcome to Fun World. I am your gracious genderqueer broad. So happy you made it. Misunderstood. So if I could do a beauty pageant, it wouldn't be like the states or anything. It's not like a nationalist shit with my beauty pageant, because it's like a world peace shit. So it's more like concepts. Like, see how I put misunderstood? Okay, so that's one. Mistreated, miseducated, misrepresented, mistake, mystique. Yeah, I'm thinking about women and sort of the way that this patriarchal society views women. You know, I'm real different. I gotta get my shit figured. Thank you so much. Mwah. I gotta get my shit figured out with my brain. Because, okay, not only do I suspect that I am on the autism spectrum somewhere, because literally, okay, but also I think that it's kind of a combination, because I am the consummate victim of a lifetime of toxic abuse, first from my family of origin and then for my 11-year marriage. And I don't know if you're gone or okay. Thank you so much for being here. If you like this, feel free to subscribe, the Awfulist. Thank you so much. So I guess when I start talking about my victimhood, that's funny. Okay. I still want to talk about it though, because it's really meaningful for me and it's really important to me. So I think that I was born with sort of a different way of perceiving things. My communication with people, I wish I could describe it. See, I'm this. I'm just going over this love story, this real life love story that's going on with me in my life. And he is so a Clark Gable in this Hollywood film in my head. He is so a Clark Gable. I feel like there's just a lot of shame. I feel like there's just a lot of shame and a lot of fear that prevents people from taking action with their own hearts and their own lives. And it bothers me because I want to have relationships with people. I want to really do shit with people. I don't want to do weird shit. I've been caught up in doing weird shit. I don't know why. I really appreciate you. There was another user going by the handle Beautiful Insanity, and I wanted to be because I said, I'm here. I said I'm going to go live 10:30 Central Standard Time in the Western Hemisphere. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything for sure. That's quite true. Nothing is what it seems. All is thine, nothing is mine. I am here now. I am here now. I am here now. That's true. What does that even mean? No, but I kind of want to go over this. It's really on my mind and it's really on my heart. Like, I am really fucking miraculous without even fucking knowing it. And I think that that's really cool. But I think that people sort of think that I know what I do not know, which is the inside of their heart and the inside of their head. And I really need to get them to know about it so they can describe it and understand it. And please tell me, because I can't, there's no other way. There's no other way for me to understand you. And all I want to do is love you and accept you. I don't want to judge you. I really do. I really want to get this vibe going. I want to get this vibe going of please don't be afraid. Please don't be afraid of love. Please don't be afraid of vulnerability. Please don't be afraid of sensitivity. I believe in something. I believe in numerous things. But I believe in this. True love revolution. I wonder if my former abuser and fluid mental illness really did do something to fuck up my camera. Unbelievable. Hey, sweetie. How you doing? Welcome. This is Fun World. I'm Toyam. I'm just doing some YouTube live art infiltration. It's fun. Okay. It's totally Toyam. I don't take it personally. I'm really solitary right now. So I was just saying, why does everybody leave me? No, seriously, like, why does everybody leave me? Everybody leaves me. Everybody leaves me. I swear to God, I don't leave anybody. I was asking God, why does everybody leave me? Why? Is it because they know that I'm good on my own? Okay. But like, do I know that? And like, how do they know that? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Where they assume that I know what the fuck they're thinking and what the fuck they're feeling in their heart, and that I can read that. And okay, and I think it's because when I approached you watching that basketball game, I was just like, oh, Minnesota Timberwolves. And then I was like, oh, they're winning. And I was like, is this the playoffs or something? Yeah. I was like, oh, cool. I was like, are they doing well? I'm not following it or anything. And he was like, yeah, cool. And I was kind of looking at him because he was interested in it. He was really watching it. And I said, are you betting on them? And he looked at me and he nodded his head. I said, like a fantasy league or whatever. I said, well, good luck. I hope you win. I hope they win. I hope you win big. Good luck. And that really means something coming from me. For I am the lucky descendant of an authentic, genuine psychopath from Ireland, aka Erin Gobrach. Erin Gobrach. Let me have a moment to worship my motherland. Erin Gobrach. Erin Gobrach. Somewhere in the hills of Ireland, is a Prada bag. And somewhere down the lane, there's a dog in Gucci lace, and sometimes Toem thinks that she may lose sleep. And I, 'cause it's hard, oh yes, it's hard to say goodbye to my clothes, Nobody knows things like my clothes, my telephone life in the back of my jeans. Nobody knows how I feel today, how I feel today. So now that they're gone in the hills of Ireland, so long, this was an ode to my clothes. Bye, clothes. I sang that. My niece, when she was about 7 or 8, I sang that. We were all in the car. She said, is she naked? I was like, oh my God, I never thought of that. Maybe. She's saying she misses her clothes. So maybe that means she's naked. So yeah. So what I'm saying is I'm highly intuitive. And so it seems like I know more than I really know. It's this. Okay. So I was kind of able to deduce. I'm like a fucking detective or whatever. I don't know why. I just am. I'm a total detective. I can figure shit out. I was just able to deduce that he was, interested in what that team was doing because he had money on them. And I think he was like, holy shit. Like, is this bitch magical? Like, she just fucking, what? Okay. I don't know. It must have been that. It must have been that. Thinking back on his face and everything, he seemed like he was kind of surprised that I was speaking to him, but also like totally delighted. And it really did seem to me now, looking back on it, like a love at first sight moment. And I believe in that. I believe in that. So that's really cool. That's really cool. But you know what though? It wasn't love at first sight, uh, that moment, because that was not the first time that he had seen me. So I think that he did. I think that that man had a love at first sight moment for me when I was outside. He was looking out the window at me walking in, and he was like, holy shit, that's my fucking wife, to himself. He didn't know who the fuck I was. He didn't know that I was there on some stalking bullshit. He was like, holy shit, that's my motherfucking wife. She's come. She's here. She's come for me. I swear to God. I swear to God. I wish that I could be like that. I wish, was I supposed to? I feel like I did something wrong. I feel like I failed to do a step that would make it be your heart loved me for real and like everything was great. Like I feel like I like missed a key or I like missed a step. It's like my OCD and limerence. Like, was I supposed to, instead of like waving goodbye to you through the glass office in the middle, where you kind of like were in there a lot, weren't you? I mean, should I have opened the door and said, Tiny, I'm leaving. Will you please come with me? Like, was it supposed to be like a Jerry Maguire moment for me? Like I was Jerry Maguire and you were Renee Zellweger's character. I can't remember her name. But it was, I mean, I would have totally done that. You know, I would have. I don't give a fuck. I love that type of shit. I love that type of shit. I'm sorry. I'm kind of low key, you know? I just was forced to resign and then I got walked out. This is so funny. This is so funny. I don't know if beautiful insanity is coming or no. I'm just going to do this. This is kind of like my therapy, and this is my place where I can still show that I am still here. I'm active, I'm vivid, I'm alive. I am victimized and traumatized and stunned as a motherfucker at like the real reality of it. And like, I don't even really know where to begin. But I think I'm okay. And I think that I can still like live my life freely without any kind of interference or any kind of meddling or any kind of spiritual warfare. Well, it's not spiritual warfare because she has zero spiritual tech. That's what I realized. She has zero spiritual tech. So it's not spiritual warfare. It's just good old-fashioned Lithuanian hearth-made psychopathy, antisocial psychopathy. Majorly. Yeah, and I think your ex-husband is the one with borderline personality disorder. I think you're just the straight narcissist. Yeah. Like an antisocial narcissist that thinks that she's the best in the world and everybody else deserves some kind of punishment or shame for her wrongdoing. She wants to take all the good stuff that other people work hard for. She wants to just take that, steal that, basically. She wants to steal all the good shit that other people work really hard to build. And And then she wants to put all her bullshit that she's been doing the whole time that the other person has been working onto them. That's what abusers like to do. They like to say that they possess all the qualities of their victim, and their victim possesses all their worst qualities. It's not true. That is not even hardly true a little bit. Dude, show me where I possess your worst qualities. Yeah, I'm egocentric. Yeah, I have narcissistic traits about me, but also I'm confident, and I'm very I feel very well equipped and very mature, and I really feel like I've done my due diligence and I've done my homework, and I know what the fuck I'm made of, and I know what the fuck I'm doing, sort of. No, there is a sense of security that comes along with living a truthful life. I mean, like when I like it's just so funny. Like, okay, really? Like I am so not any kind of liar at all. And that's like all you've become. All you are is a liar for decades, for your whole life. You must have started when you were little, like when kids get addicted to it from the dopamine rush, 6.5 or 7, when you were beating me in the head with a hairbrush, probably getting a dopamine rush from that. All your fast food and your highly processed foods, that's like, I realize that's like an indicator. That's like an indicator of somebody with maybe you have a really messed up amygdala, fetal alcohol syndrome. You have a really messed up amygdala. You like don't think of anything as anybody. Yeah. Hi. Welcome to Fun World. Fun World, Fun World. Okay. Not your cup of tea. I don't even know. I'm just going to do stream of consciousness. I'm just going to do stream of consciousness. Like, are you a little bit into men or something like that? Because if that is true, awesome. I fucking love that. Like, me too. I'm pan, okay? I like everything. I really do. Everything that's righteous and legal. I mean, of course, but no, I really do. And I thought that I talked to you about all this. It kind of seems like, I don't know, maybe you've got this kind of black and white thinking about it. I'm not a jealous person. I'm not a possessive person. I'm not an in your space, in your face all the time person. I have my own life and I have my own shit that I love to do. So I'm not all up in your business like that, if that's what you're afraid of. I make my own money. I take care of myself. I take care of my child. I hope to have another child, maybe with you. Maybe you'll come around before it's too late. I used to be a stalker in limerence last summer. I would joke and say everybody I love blocks me. I'm going to do some true love full moon rituals. I know it's a waning gibbous and it's 97%, but like that's a vibe. That's a total vibe. Do a new moon meditation at a 97%. I feel like that's something. I just really want to absorb the benefits of this strawberry moon in June. It's the strawberry moon because it's the harvest time for strawberries. And it represents planet Venus, and strawberries also represent planet Venus. And she is the goddess of love and beauty and merriment and celebration. All that is lovely. She's here. She's here right now. Venus, goddess of love, under the strawberry full moon. I'm going to do these meditations where I'm going to write some letters to myself of the past and sort of the way that I used to think about love and romance and togetherness. A letter to myself today and everything that's going on with my heart now, what I'm ready for, what I want, my manifestation, my heart's desire, because it's true. I really don't have any kind of high. Oh my gosh, baby. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Deja, Deja, Deja Figueroa. Figueroa, Figueroa is also the name of a very popular pimpin' hoe blade in the great state of California. I be working out with the hose on Fig. No, I don't. I can't claim that. I wish. They call it socializing. I'm really friendly. I need to be careful about who I'm really friendly to. I love her. I love her so much. I can so relate. That bitch. Get it. I love you. I love you. Yeah. So I'm talking about this strawberry moon in June. You are so wonderful. I'm talking about a strawberry moon in June. And this love, this love. So, okay, so a letter to my present self, my heart's desire, because it's really true. I do not like, I was kind of weeping earlier and saying, like, why isn't it real? You know, because I'm seeing like all of this stuff. It's like, what did I miss? I'm lamenting and I'm just like, what did I do wrong? I'm like killing myself about it. What did I do wrong? What did I miss? Why isn't it real? I can see it. It's right there. It's right there, but it's not. It's not real. At least physically. It's totally real on a spiritual and emotional plane. And I just think it's fascinating that I was reading about soul connections and they talked about that people could sometimes taste what the other person was drinking or eating. Because I had that exact experience and it's never happened to me before. Hey, thank you so much for that second like. I like you too. Thank you. That's so kind of you. Yeah, I'm talking about matters of the heart for me. And it's a strawberry full moon and representing the goddess of love. And so we're kind of just like here at Fun World, we're really kind of doing some self-reflection. And we're remembering that true love revolution begins with the tiniest seeds within your heart and soul. And love is literally everywhere. Love is literally everywhere. I remember a friend of mine said, Claire, you've really got to learn how to separate sex from love. And I said, you know, I hear that a lot. I hear that a lot. And what I say to people who tell me that is that I wouldn't even know where to begin to separate sex from love. And I don't want to, because that's like kind of like my main shit in the world, in my life. And also, you can't separate sex from love because love is everywhere. And so if you took love out of sex, there would be no sex. So that, you know, that whole idea of separating love from sex, I think is like dissociation or like a mental it's cognitive dissonance. It's cognitive dissonance. And you're like explaining it like, oh, rationally, like that's the normal thing to do. No, it's not. No, it's not. I guess people get mad uncomfortable when I'm talking about love and I'm getting all up in the camera. Okay, this is what I'm doing. This is like intimacy. And this is real. This is raw. This is a woman. This is the real woman on earth. And she is bearing her heart and soul for your entertainment. Whee! I hope it's fun. I know, Right? Girl, you are so cute. It's like you want it to be. Oh my gosh, you are so cute. You are so cute. You are so cute. I love your spirit. Deja Figueroa has just like the most exuberant, she has an exuberant spirit and effervescent. She has an effervescent quality to herself. And even when things get really sad and miserable, like they always do for all of us, Deja Figueroa still figures out a way to kind of say, okay, okay, fall down 7 times, get up 8. God damn. That's resolve. That's resilience. That's an assuredness in oneself. I love you. But yeah, I'm just thinking about this man and I'm doing a lot of reading about men, how they, I never see, because I think it's, I have to figure out my autism spectrum disorder. Okay. Like, see how I have to like read about how men behave when they're in love because I can't understand that from them. I don't think that's normal. I think I should be able to understand when a man is in love with me. This is kind of huge. This is kind of huge. I feel like this is evolutionary and also social. Like a social construct thing. Like sort of like a normalized rape culture. Like sort of this like wolf man that you can't really trust is like the sexy one. And like the really safe and like really like cool feeling one is like not one that you really want to like get down with all night and like fuck their brains out. What up with that? I don't know. I feel like I'm both. Like I'm both the unfuckable genius nerd girl and the sex goddess that is your like stunning. Annie, get your gun in. This genderqueer show is stunning. Oh my God. Deja, I love you. Okay, good. Okay, Deja Figueroa. Thank you so much, Deja Figueroa. You make me feel so much more normal. Deja Figueroa says sometimes I don't read men. That's what. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, daughter. Thank you. Okay. It's not just me. And okay, like he lied too. He lied. Okay? Because I had to do my research to find out. Oh my gosh, it's so crazy. I have to figure out how to organize it so I can make it a really good story. I'm just now thinking about this shit like today and yesterday. So it's like really like amoeba nebulous. Like I don't fucking even know where to begin with talking about this subject now. Now I'm all like, ah, oh my God. No. Okay. This man had a whole story about me, like before I even knew that he was even liking. I didn't even know that he really liked me when he invited me up to his apartment. Isn't that dumb? I don't know. I guess I had a sense. I think I sensed like the sexual attraction. And then I'm like, oh, I don't know. I'm so dumb. I'm so fucking dumb. Because I think that I don't really think that those men really need my sex like that at that time. I need to figure out how to be like, I so want to fuck you, but I want you also to be my friend, and I want you to like trust me and not think of me as some kind of like fantasy bandit lady that like a succubus that's going to come in the night and like get your semen somehow, and then that's all she wants. That's not me. I don't care. I don't know. I mean, how do you convince somebody if they already believe it to be true about you? But it's not. But you can't convince anybody otherwise. They believe that, that's real for them. So I get it. It's just wild. It's just wild. I'm like out here on the edge, you know. It's hard. It's hard to like really make friends and shit. Andy Warhol seemed to always be surrounded by the coolest ass folks. Well, he was in New York. Yeah, I'm in Irving. So mad respect, Andy Warhol's spirit. He's probably like laughing at me from wherever he is. He's like, oh my God, that bitch is like talking about trying to be in like the factory in motherfucking Irving. Okay, Andy Warhol. You don't have to be such an art snob about it, Mary. And I really like your wig. And I like your gold telephone to God a lot. Okay, Deja Figueroa says, I like to know a person for a long time and then start feeling close to them and then make out with someone. Okay, that's wonderful. Okay, thank you, Deja. I should follow my spiritual daughter's advice. Okay, like, I don't know. See, nature just does what she wants to do. And I'm like going along with it because I'm like, it's fun. And it is really, I guess, precarious and, very treacherous. Most women are not this brave. I'm sure of it. But I like this shit. And I want to really do life. I'm not going to like live on the surface. No. And I think that they do. They put something on me because I look a certain way, but that's not really me. And they kind of have to sort of come to terms with that in their own way. Okay. I thought he was really nice. I thought he seemed really like intelligent and decent and like, just like, I don't know. I didn't really think that much of him. Okay. To be honest, I was kind of focused on the work. Okay. But like, yeah, like thinking back on it, him coming up and talking to me, it wasn't just like whatever. Like he really meant to come and talk to me, like he really did. I know that now because usually he would just be hanging out with his people or whatever. He was very established. He was very established at that place. So for him, I realize that now. It was kind of like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Like I could see that. Like if people like watched him and what he was doing when I was there, they might be like, oh, but I was kind of unawares. I really was. I was focused on that job. I wanted to do really good at that job. I take my jobs as serious as I take my blowjob responsibilities. Okay. Blowjob responsibilities are the model for my jobby job. That's hot and that's deep. And that's also marrying the sacred to profane, which is what Fun World is all about. Right, Tori? Tori taught me that. Marry the sacred to the profane. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm a really old-fashioned person. I really am. I'm a really traditional, old-fashioned person. Like, for real. I would make an excellent wife, householder, stay-at-home mother. if given the opportunity. Nobody ever wants to do that with me. What the fuck? What? I don't deserve that. Why? Yes, I do. Anyway. I think this man had a love at first sight moment with me, but like, I don't know, he was maybe expecting for me. Maybe I was supposed to be like, oh my God, it's you, my soulmate, my long lost, but I'm not like that though. I'm not like that. And love is mysterious. And like, how could, if we didn't walk into a room or something, if we weren't in a room and like meeting each other for the first time and I could see his eyes looking at me and maybe I could understand that he really loves me. And then maybe I'd be like, whoa, I love you too. Oh my God. And I always did. And it's like, it's always like that. But yeah, I didn't see his face. I didn't see his eyes when he first saw me. And did he know? Maybe he was the first one to notice me. And then the other one that I had hooked up with and that I was stalking there was like, oh my God. And then he was like, that's the bitch that I hooked up with and she's here and she's stalking me. But but also, I don't know. I was like, this could be cool. I made a big splash. That's for goddamn sure. That's fun. And all this like cool, important shit happened too. I wonder. Because I was really serious. And like, I wonder if I like caused a little sort of like, it seemed a little bit like they got like more motivated or something. I don't know. There was this day where she was saying that there was a new person that had like the best student mentality and just listened and just asked the best questions and just listened to everybody. And they were so impressed. They had never seen someone that wanted to learn so much and that was so sincere in their curiosity and in their learning. And I eventually I was like, is she talking about me? And she was like, Claire. I was like, oh, that is so nice. So it was like a little moment where she was like saying that they noticed that I was like studious or like I was very wanting to learn about the job. Like, isn't that what people are? I don't know what the fuck they were doing. It's probably because I was a stalker. And so they were like, what the fuck? I don't know what the fuck to do with her. That's hilarious. I don't know. This world is so funny. Everybody thinks everybody thinks they're like the best actor. And then it's like, it's not. You have never taken any kind of theater training at all. And it shows. It's really fun. 1111 angel numbers, y'all. Mystical. Thank you, Daisha Figueroa, for noticing 1111, and thank you for the magical sparkles. I love you. I love you, Daisha. You are so cute. You would what, honey? I'm trying to think of what. Oh, try to learn all about everything at the new job and shit. I know you would, because you've got the hungry mind of an Aries woman. Anyway, I kind of think that dude totally like high-fived me at that moment. Like, I don't know. I have no idea. Like, I have no the fuck idea. I wish that they would just tell me what they were doing so that I would just know. It's like the Truman Show. And I even told him I've been thinking about the Truman Show a lot. And I still am thinking about the Truman Show a lot, dude. I wish that I could talk to you. There's so many little things. You know what it's like? It's like a widow. When her husband is first dead and gone and everything, he's like fresh in the ground. And she's like still like, if in the morning or whatever, she's like, Johnny. And then she's like, oh Johnny, it's like that. It's like I always want to think of little songs that I want to share with you, and I want to talk about the songs and feel the songs as they play and shit. It's so cute. It's so cute. It's so ancient. It's so ancient. You know, I really got to get that into my life. I love you so much. I really got to get that into my life though. I want realness. I want realness. I have had so much false bullshit. I have had so many people just playing in my face just to get something. And it's really fucked me up because my family were my biggest abusers, and family is supposed to be the ones that love you and take care of you and protect you and defend you. And like I'm supposed to like trust and love and be really loyal and, you know, be within the norms of that culture and everything. But like when it's all fucked up, there's none of that. There's none of the normal family shit that occurs. So I believe okay, so that's why like I see people who are probably just abusers, and I think that they're like my love people, or I don't fucking know. I want to get out of it. I want to get out of it. Yesterday it was like so beautiful, the feeling that I had about the love story, and today it's like a really sad, like a really like it's almost like a heart sick feeling that I have. It's like a heart sick feeling. Like I just feel like I really lost. I really, really lost big. I really lost. And I'm kind of just like, what else do you do? What else can I possibly do but just sit and sit with it. Sit with it. The only way out is through. So I'm sitting with my little heartsick feeling today, and I wish that I had that ecstatic feeling and that kind of that, yes, it was, and it still is. It still is. I couldn't inspire him to believe in himself, the God within himself, the Jesus, the Christ that I know that he is. I think that he's got this black and white thinking where he thinks that he needs to be perfect. And I'm saying you don't. I like perfect to me looks all messy and fucked up. I don't even know what you think. I don't want perfect. I don't do black and white thinking like that about like love and relationships and people and stuff. It's like I'm, you know, I don't have these like, I have high standards about morals and, you know, values and ways of living, ways of being. I have high standards. But okay, as far as like me, like telling somebody else about their shit or anything, no, that is none of my business. I'm not going to say somebody is whatever they like. That's their values. So I respect that. Is what I'm saying. I'm very respectful. I'm very respectful of people and their sovereignty. So, I really am. I am so utterly heartbroken and so sad. So sad. I just have to admit it. I just have to say it. Because this is the way to let it out. This is the way to release it. I am so heartbroken and so sad about everything. Hey, the Minnesota Timberwolves. I'm not following them or anything. Are they doing well? This is like the playoffs or whatever. I used to work with a guy whose grandfather was a Minnesota Laker when the Lakers were still in Minnesota and before they went to LA. I think that's really funny that they're the LA Lakers. There's no lakes around LA. The Minnesota Lakers. That's cool. Fun fact. Fun fact about sports. You know what maybe the coolest shit is in America? The fact that basketball was invented by a small group of white men in Springfield, Massachusetts, I think it was, or Winchester, Massachusetts, and 10 white dudes and a couple of empty apple bushels invented the game of basketball. Great name. And like, okay, then all the black men, not only in America, but all over the world, were like, co-op time. Ain't karma a bitch? Isn't that great? You invented something that's totally not for you. Good job. That is fun. That is fun. So I like to think about that. I feel like that's kind of my vibe too. It's kind of like a Joker. It's kind of like a take back and like a reclaim. Like, yes, that was stolen from me. Now I shall take back what is rightfully mine. It's kind of that energy. Because that's the truth. My life feels like the fucking Truman Show, though. I don't know how long. Where's Beautiful Insanity? Beautiful Insanity. You were like, oh my God, my queen, go live. And I was like, I shall. Just for you, boo. Meet me at 10:30 Central Standard Time. 51 minutes and 30 seconds, 38 seconds, 39. Okay, I'm just going to do that. But you know what I'm saying. 51 minutes and 45 seconds later, hide nor hair of Beautiful Insanity. Beautiful Insanity really liked my Luck of the Irish vid. No, it really does feel like Truman Show. Okay, there's so many little things, and maybe it's just a fantasy. Like, I don't know. I wish I knew the man's psychology. I really wish I knew the man's psychology. I wish that man knew his own psychology. I don't even think that he is fully aware of his own psychology. So that could be an issue. But it seems to me kind of like borderline personality disorder. All or nothing, black or white thinking, all good, all bad. It seems like that. It seems like that. I don't know. Like, I'm just starting to think about this. It's so funny. Like, but I wonder like how many men I've dealt with who are borderline personality disorder people. And like, that's cool. Like, I don't know. I want to start like thinking about stuff like that. Like, that's totally cool. That's totally normal. I like realized today I had this big like reckoning, like in my family, in my mother's and the mother's side of my family tree, there is severe mental illness on that side. Like kind of like extreme end of the spectrum of psychopathy. For real. 2 of my mother's brothers took their own lives. Okay? Like what? Like, you don't even need to say anything else. My mother's mother was abandoned by her own mother. And her mother took my grandmother's little brother and left her. So how's that for rejection and abandonment? She was 7. My little grandmother. She was 7 years old. And listen to this. When she got older and got out and everything, she said, I'm going to go find my little brother. That was the first thing that she wanted to do. And she learned that he had died. A car hit him. He was running out in the street and a car hit him and he died. Like maybe a year after her mother had taken him. So it's like karma, but also mad fucked up. Because again, it's like this lost love. Okay, that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling this lost love lament. Lost love lament. Yes. Lost love lament. I had it. Like, it was so, I had it. I swear to God, I had it. But there's just so much. There's so much magic. And I just really want to thank Aaron for these gifts. Aaron gives me so many gifts. There's so much magic to the story and to my life and my destiny as it unfolds. There's so much fucking magic. Steeped, saturated in magic. Not wicked magic, cool magic. I've got some black magic. I've got some black magic stories that I kind of want to talk to Daisha Figueroa about in private, because I feel like it's like spiritual tech shit. But Daisha, you will be stunned and amazed at the tales that your spiritual mommy has in store for your curious ears. My love. Yeah. 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 So maybe that's what it is. Just untreated mental illness. And maybe he, in a way, sort of lives in this sort of fantasy world. But like, I was right there. I was like, I live in a fantasy world too. But like, I'm like, life is but a dream. Do you know what I mean? Like, I integrate it. I integrate. Oh my God. And I told him that I was so envious of him and so jealous of him on the phone. I was really crying. He I was really messed up about it. And like, he was kind of like, no. Like, he was kind of like being nice and everything to me, but not like, oh, you like really care. Like, I care too. Like, he wasn't doing it like that. It was like, I don't know. I love you. I love you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your love and for understanding and for being my witness and for all of your love and support. I really need it. I really need it. And I love you too. And I'm here for you too. Oh, it's just so amazing. When he was exactly 33 years old and 3 days old, I did this classic stalker and limerence. You have to. It's the rules for stalkers and limerence. When he's 33 years and 3 days old, you have to contact the man. It's magic shit. Also, we had this whole thing that he was Jesus. It was like a little inside joke that he was Jesus because his mom's name is Mary. But I kind of think that he kind of elevated that like on his own. Like, I thought that was so cute, like how it kind of kept coming up with us and shit. Because I like love Jesus. Like, Jesus really is my first love, I would have to say. It kept kind of like coming up. Okay. 33 years and 3 days old. Okay. That's holy Christ consciousness shit. Christ was 33 years old when he was crucified. Okay. And like, we all know the 33, the significance of 33. I mean, if he actually really was, he probably was. If he actually really was, that's fucking cosmic as shit. That's amazing. So, I wanted to sing him a song. He had played me the first 25 seconds of it It's the red jumpsuit apparatus, and it's a song called Your Guardian Angel. He played the first 25 seconds of it, which is a guitar intro, and then the lyrics say, "When I see your smile, the tears run down my face. I can't replace." And I thought that was so beautiful. And maybe that was my chance, and I missed it like a fool, like a thoughtless fool. Maybe that was my chance. When he stopped it there, maybe I should have said, wait, don't stop it. I want to hear that. Would he have kept playing it? I don't know. But I should have said something. I'm too passive. I let things go. So we stopped it. But the song is basically like it's very like a Christ figure that's basically saying, I'm never going to leave you. You don't have to worry about that. And I'm the one. I'm here for you. And please don't walk away. Please tell me you'll stay. But see, that was kind of the opposite of the treatment that I had received from him just around the sex. I think there's a lot of shame around the sex. But like, he wanted it. Maybe I was supposed to say no, but I didn't want to, and I shouldn't have, because it was some cosmic shit. It was the third day of the full moon. I was on the third day of my moon cycle. I know it's TMI, but that is really important. And it was late at night. You know, it was like after midnight. Here I am, gonna let it all hang down. After midnight. I don't really like Eric Clapton. I know that's a very unpopular opinion. I'm not really an Eric Clapton. I never have been. I don't get like what the big shit is. I guess he's like a really talented guitarist. But to me, it's just like white man worship. It's just like, nah. Whoa, this guy is great. Why? When I hear his cover of Bob Marley's I Shot the Sheriff, I want to shoot whatever device is pumping that garbage out. I hate it. So I was over just hanging out at one of my friends' houses, and he put that on, and I was like, oh my God, I hate this song. Please never put this song on around me. And he was like, okay. No, I was like, seriously, I was like, I don't even know if I really like you as a friend if you're playing Eric Clapton's cover of Bob Marley and the Wailers, I Shot the Sheriff. You want that in your world? You're like dialing that shit up? Why? Bring up Bob Marley and the Wailers. Bring up what? Eric Clapton? Ew. I'm gonna do it my worst impression of Eric. I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot a deputy. He thinks he's so cute. And it's like, where is your soul? I fucking love you. Okay, so more of this magical shit. Okay, it was after midnight. And I wish I had asked him to really truly carry me over the threshold, and I think he would have obliged. That would have been so cute. I missed my opportunity. See? So we go inside, and it's like we have to be really quiet because it's dark and his roommate is sleeping. Okay, so it's one of those. I say, do you have something like maybe you can make me a little drink or something like that? Yeah. And I like go right over to him because he's so cute. And I squeeze him. And I give him this big hug. And I kissed him right on his lips. It was like that. It was a deep one. It was a really deep one. And then he looked at me all surprised like that. It was so cute. It was so cute. See, he was really letting me do all the first moves sexually, but he had asked. So what's that? What's that? I love that you're just letting me process this. It feels like a fun sleepover for grown-ups who are really into their shit and who are really processing their deep shit and who are really conscious about life. And they're really going to figure this shit out. Well, I am. I don't know. I have OCD. Deja, I love you so much. I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you. My daughter. Let me give you a hug through the internet until I can give you a hug with my real life, ever loving arms. Daisha, my beautiful daughter, I know you're going through such a hard time, and I just offer you all my love and care and pampering. And I would pet your head if you wanted me to. I would do anything that you wanted me to do so I could physically comfort you. Because I want to physically comfort you in this time. I am so sorry that all of this bad shit is happening to you. You deserve none of this. You deserve none of this. But you know what? You're like totally just as per usual. Aries, tortoise. Inch by inch, life's a cinch. You know? What else are we going to do but trudge through? Oh my God, it's so tragic, though. It's so tragic. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the truth. Another man who I guess was some kind of person from another region, Florida, from another office or whatever. I don't know how the fuck that shit works. I don't know. He was there. I was talking to him on the fucking sales floor. The dude says, Claire, you're looking at me like you want to make out with me. He said that. That's so gross. That's so sexual harassment. I'm like, weird. Okay, but listen to this. There was a cute Argentinian man that was just my type, and I'm flirty with men that I like the physical look of. Whatever. That's my prerogative. He was cute. He was cute. 5'8", lean, awesome hair, like a faux hawk shit. I love that shit. Big nose. I love a big nose on a man. I don't know why. Swarthy. Rugged. He's cute. I was like, ooh, I could hike the Argentinian mountain sides with you and have some Argentinian red wine after. No, he was cool. I gave him a piece of gum, and in a really Irish American way, I said, here you go. This is for when we make out later. And then we did end up where we were like alone in my car together. But I was like, I don't know. I was thinking in my head, I was like, does this dude really think that I'm going to like actually like fucking make out with him? I think he did. I really think he did. That is so funny. And like, he didn't say anything. I don't know. So we just did our little work shit and went to the fucking, I don't know. They did like these little party night shits at bars and sports bars and I don't fucking know. Hyper masculine shit. And we walk in together without any making out whatsoever. And left-handed man knocks me with his backpack. And I feel like that was like a subconscious thing. Like left-handed man was like, no, you're my little girlfriend of the office. You don't want to make out with Fetty. You don't want to make out with Fetty. You want to make out with me. Remember? No, seriously, it's so cute. And like I remember, like he's so sweet. Cause like he went off to a little corner where he could pretend to be like looking at his phone, but really it was just like it's so funny. Like I can't believe that I can't pick up on this shit. I have to go back in my mind and feel like, oh my God, like duh. Thank you. I feel like it's well, I think they're doing more than making out. If you can hear that, oh my God, what does that sound like? Been there. Yes. Oh my God, hilarious. I love that. Cats fucking toe-I-om waxing poetic on that fucking soap opera love story. Oh my God, of the DFW Metroplex. It's so superficial. And I'm so spiritual. It's so funny. But see, I'm saying these people are spiritual too. They've never even heard of spiritual technology is what I'm saying. This dude used his spiritual tech on me and I was reading all the fucking soul connections. I told him, because he was all acting like he didn't care about me or anything. He didn't want to be with me. I told him, I was like, hey, don't you know? I was like, you're a smart person. Don't you know about human biology? When a woman orgasms, she has this big oxytocin release from her brain, which bonds her to the person, you know? Like it's kind of a big deal. And the man has testosterone, which blocks oxytocin. So that's why men kind of feel like they're not as like, oh my God, after sex as women are. But can you please like forgive us? Like, can you please not shame us for our brain chemistry and for the oxytocin that makes us fall in love with you when you put your dick in us? Why does that scare you? I thought that you wanted me to love you. I thought that you loved me. And like when I say let's have sex, that makes it something that's like not love. I don't understand. I'm just going through life, you know, trying to take it one day at a time. Like, I guess, I don't know. But that was so cute. And I remember I was wearing my little neck piece at that little place where we were all together. And he commented on that neck piece like a couple weeks later when we worked together. Like he was really looking at me. He was really looking at me and really looking at the details about me. And he was really thinking about me. And I think that is so cute. Maybe he was limerent on me. When I was talking to him about how he might be Jesus because his mother's name is Mary, I think I might have said, Mary Magdalene, in truth, she was wed to Christ. They were bride and groom, and they had a daughter. They married in Jerusalem months before his crucifixion because they knew that the walls were closing in on them. And he put a bun in her oven, and she got the fuck out of there on a sailboat and went to the south of France and lived and raised up a beautiful Black Madonna named Sarah. It's true. It's historical. Black Madonna. So that's cool as shit. So Christ's DNA is actually physically in the world, is basically what I'm saying. And also, don't you love the fact that it's Black people? That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So what that means is what the moral of that whole story is that this white supremacist propaganda that somehow white people are the heirs to the throne of heaven and Black people are not. That's actually, spoiler alert, it's the other way around. You just wish that it was in your favor. So that's cool. Jean-Michel Basquiat, crowns. Stone that the builder refused will always be the head cornerstone. Yeah, so I was reading about soul connections, soul gazing. We did that. We totally did that. And you didn't even know what you were doing. That's what I'm saying about spiritual tech. So you were doing soul gazing with me, and your oxytocin was totally being released. I realized that. You were on an oxytocin rush all fucking day. You were on an oxytocin rush watching me dance like an angel poolside. You were probably fucking in love with me at that moment. You were like, I'm marrying her. I'm marrying that woman. I'm marrying her tonight if I can. You were, weren't you? Admit it. And also, I think there was like a moment where I was talking about elopement and you were like, you did that? And I think that you're like a really impulsive person and you think that that's bad and you like judge yourself. You feel like you're out of control. But I just want to tell you, like, it's a cool way to live. Like, if you feel like that is more aligned with nature for you to be adventurous and impulsive and take safe risks and shit, honey, do it. That's so cool. And that's so cool that you like admire that in me. That's so cool. Like, thank you so much. Cause I mean, I'm kind of naturally like this with my pro-social psychopathy, kind of fearless, you know, daring. But also I really cultivated this like sense of intent and consciousness. And like, I'm really doing this. And I really want to know about my spiritual tech. And like, I want to be able to like talk to other people. I want a whole new world where people don't just lie and ignore the stuff and pretend it's not there. I'm done doing all that. That's what I've done with my family of origin. Liars, habituated liars. I mean, I'm not talking shit because y'all know you are. It's not slander. And you demanded that I be so truthful. And also, like, if I do have some kind of neurodivergence and stuff, like, that's really cruel to like take someone with neurodivergence and like really like put their feet to the fire and be like, you are going to be so truthful. You are going to be so well behaved, you know, like poor little baby Toayom. She's a delicate butterfly. I guess it just has to be this way. I guess this is like tragic love or whatever. But I just thought that was so cute when I felt his backpack like nudge me. I almost said, excuse you. I almost did. Yeah, but he must have been watching me that whole time. I got two waters. Somebody was like, are you double fisting water? I said, stay hydrated, bitches. Why not? I didn't want to go back. It was a really crowded bar. I was like, I'm going to get two. So, okay. So I was going around with my 2 waters, being silly. I met a lady. Her name started with a T. She said, hey, I'm from California and we're going to work together. I was like, yay. And so we did that. And we were kind of friends. And I think that there was kind of a little like, is this bitch some kind of crazy stalker that like just wants to do that? Or is she like actually working? And she was like, no, she's working. Or I don't know. She didn't tell me. I saw her sitting in there with the dude in question, the one that I had originally come stalk him in the daytime. I was bold, as in all things. I was bold in my stalking and limerence, going to a fucking job. I want to know who else did that. Not many. Not many. Not many like me. Thank you, baby. Here, let me show you a cool little trick. If it will. Hold on. Who the fuck is Toyam? Her earthly mother sure don't know. Well, it used to light up. It has a battery pack, and it used to light up in multicolor, but I guess it doesn't light up anymore. But I'll just still keep it. Isn't that fun? The crown. I wore this in the now deleted, or no, it's not deleted. Ignorant art. It's just a Zoom recording that I did earlier. Ignorant art is good. I talk about Jean-Michel Basquiat meeting Andy Warhol for the first time and saying, hey, I got this ignorant art. If you want to take a look at that. Yeah. There were like basketball hoops. I wonder if he was like, let's get this bitch to the basketball place. Because she was talking about Minnesota Timberwolves and basketball. And like she said that she knew like a basketball player. He was mad tall. And I think that he liked basketball or something. It seems like he kind of likes basketball. He likes to watch it. He likes to bet on it. But yeah, it kind of seemed, I don't know. I don't fucking know. I have no fucking idea. He also like seemed to group up with like certain, like he seemed kind of like a boss to me. Because he would always like be grouped with like more of like the boss people. So I was like, okay, that guy's like a boss or whatever. Like a fucking boss, that's the way I feel. Suck my own dick. Like a boss. Do you remember that from Saturday Night Live? That is so funny. It's so crazy. It comes out of nowhere. I'm like, oh my God. Adam Sandberg. You just said suck your own dick? Like a boss? Okay. I like that. Like, why not? That's hilarious. I guess there are men that can really do that. I think that's amazing. I mean, I'm a yogini. I don't think I've ever attempted to eat my own pussy. Yeah, I probably have. Like when I was 12 or 13, when I was like, totally. I probably totally did. It's so close, yet so far away. Oh my God. Oh my God. World. Norm McDonald, I love you. Wherever you are, Norm. You're right here with me, are you? Normie. I love you, and I really need you. Come visit me in my dreams. Or in my nightmares. Normie, I fucking love you. I'll take you anywhere I can get you. For real. Normie. Thank you so much for everything that you did. And you had such a big heart. Such a big heart. I don't know. I remember kind of talking to a guy, a black guy. His last name was Love. And, but I don't know. Whatever. I gave him a hug. And then I was just kind of standing around. I was like, I don't know. This isn't really my kind of spot. I don't really like loud sports bars with like all kinds of games going on and all kinds of big screen TVs and like cornhole in the bar and like basketball hoops and that's not fun. And also like the vibe was kind of off. Like it was like huge, like huge and it was so crowded. And the lady that was going to work with me the following week and I were just chatting and standing next to each other. And these people that were sitting on couches, like I guess they were watching the TV, they asked us to move. I was like, I don't know. Like, I was like, this is lame. This is lame shit. This is lame shit. I don't like this vibe. I don't like this atmosphere. I don't like this place. So I went outside and I found a cool dude and I was just talking to him and like the security dude. He looked exactly like Malcolm X, by the way. The security dude at that, I don't know what it's called. Stupid. It's like hyper masculine, lame sports bar, dissociative shit. I don't know why people like that. I guess because they're dissociative. And so it's like, oh, this is familiar. Ew. I don't know. I think dude is kind of in this like fascist model, but he doesn't really want to be. Because, okay, I'm sorry. And like, I don't hide who the fuck I am. I remember having a conversation with him saying, okay, my most sort of like the people that I kind of vibrate with the most and kind of like I seem to be doing the most business with at this job are middle-aged Black men. That's what it seems to me. And I said, you want to know who I have really kind of like bad luck with and I'm really not getting anywhere with? And he was like, who? I said, men who look like you. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's like, I don't know. They just walk by and they say, I'm good. And maybe it's my approach, because like here I am, I'm like approaching them and I'm thinking it's a straight white man. It's a straight white man. It's a straight white man. And I'm kind of like fearful, kind of nervous about it. And he was like, why? Why are you nervous? Because I'm not a straight white man. I think that makes sense. And also, like I'm really not straight. I'm a white genderqueer woman. But like, I guess I just feel like they fit this sort of fascist model. And I guess I'm making assumptions about them, but okay, generally they fit in this like fascist model that I'm like not down with and like not a part of. And so I was like, well, because I'm not them and I'm really not straight. And like I don't want to like be like acting like heteronormative is the way to go because I feel like that's fascist. Like I want to represent queerness. Sometimes Forrest kind of gets a little bit mad at me because I'm not like 100% queer. Well, you know what, Forrest? Actually, you know what? I'm kind of gonna buck up against you right now. Forrest is blocked for me right now. We're kind of not really friends right now. But I'm gonna buck up against that little sort of you being fascist to me about my straight privilege, as you call it. I'm not straight. I'm pan and I'm poly and I'm genderqueer. So could you please stop making me be something that you think that I am? That's like separate from you and your people? Because I thought that we were all people. Oh, I thought that we were all everybody's people. So I don't really like the little you kind of shaming me for my genderqueerism and like my expression of my shit. I think that that's fucked up. And I think that you should back the fuck off me. Because you're acting like an abuser. But yeah. And he was like, Oh, you're not? And I was like, oh, look. Okay, I'm coming out. Hello. Have you ever seen a 100% real, genuine, genderqueer person live in the flesh before you? No, you can't say you haven't. You know, and then I went on like a little thing that's like, you know, it means like fluid in our gender expression, non-binary. I said a great example of a genderqueer woman is Angelina Jolie. She was married to that Cambodian American woman. They had a child together. I think that they were together for like over 10 years. They were together for a long time in her early adulthood. Then, after that relationship comes to a close, she marries Brad Pitt and has a whole family with Brad Pitt. And it's like, no, there's no like, what's Angelina Jolie doing? You know? So like that's it. And also in her work, Laura Croft, Tomb Raider, is totally a great example of a genderqueer woman. Hyper feminine face, body. And she's doing all this butch shit. And she's dressed up all butch. That's genderqueer as fuck. That's genderqueer as fuck. So yeah, I'm 100% queer. You know, that's what I want to say to Forrest on block. I'm mad at you, Forrest. I'm mad at you as shit. Low key, I'm like, I don't know. I've never been so salty with you. It's so dumb. All I'm doing is I'm just thinking of shit that's just in the past or in the future or, well, Daisha Figueroa says that she accepts my sexuality. And I just really want to say thank you so much for that acceptance. I need that so much. And I want to say that I accept you, like every single piece and part of you. The short that I put out talking about like I'm not scared of the shadow parts of you. I'm not scared of the hidden parts of you or anything like that. I like that. I like that. That doesn't scare me at all. I want to see that. And I'm not going to shame you or judge you for any of that. That's cool to me. I feel like that's where our superpowers come from. That's where we really know our whole selves and not just this like what we want ourselves to be. Shadow work, my friends. Shadow work is where it's at. Just type in shadow work to your most nearest search engine browser. See what comes up. I just love all these little people milling in and out. It's cute. This is fun. This is really fun. Okay, but the phone call at 33 years and 3 days old. And I wanted it to be somewhere around like 9:09, but I think it was somewhere, I don't know. It ended up being something else. But that was cool that I was conscious about like the nines and the time and everything. It's like that. It's really like that. It's so funny. It like makes no logical sense, but it's like a beautiful mind. It all makes, there's a method to the madness deep in there, interwoven. And the man answers, and I think he said hello 3 times. 3. And remember, he's 33 years old and 3 days old. 333. I think he said hello 3 times. Because I didn't expect him to answer. I thought that I was going to be leaving him a voicemail. He answered. And I was so happy that he answered. And I didn't know what to say. The music was playing. I was just going to sing. So I almost started just singing without saying anything. But he was, very kind of like urgent, like, hello, so I didn't want him to just hang up. So I said, I have a song for you. I have a song for you. That is so beautiful. I have a song for you. He said my name 3 times. And I think that was the purpose of that. He was 33 years and 3 days old. I called. And for some, it's like a beautiful thing. I called. And he understood that it was me, or When I said I have a song for you, he said my name 3 times. And I was so happy because it sounded like he was out. But if he said my name 3 times like that so easily and so just comfortably and everything, and no hesitation, he's not with any other woman or anything like that. I mean, I don't think that would be weird if you were like with some woman that you were like romantically involved with, and then like you're on the phone and you're like, Claire, or I don't know, maybe he like ran out. No, no. He's not going to, if he's with another woman that he loves, he's not going to pick up the phone either, right? Yeah. Yeah. He answered my call and he wasn't with anybody else. And he said my name 3 times. And it was supposed to happen. It was some kind of cosmic shit. He knew it was me. His bride. His only bride. I want to talk about it so much. There was this moment he came up to me in the morning. The first thing he said to me was, I have to talk to my wife. I have to talk to my wife. And that was sort of like when we would practice role playing in the morning and stuff. That was a common thing. That's a common sort of reason why they're not going to buy your internet, because they need to talk to their spouse. So it was normal for us to kind of be doing those little like role play things. But he had never done that. Like he had never just come up and just started doing that. And so I started to play along like, oh, I completely understand. How long have you been married? 11 years. Oh, 11 years. That's amazing. So you probably know her like the back of your hand then. Yeah. Okay. The last person that I helped, he also was thinking that he needed to call his wife. But then he thought he's going to be saving $50 a month. He can not only buy her little nice presents with all the money that he's saving, but he can also surprise her with this new internet. So he just did it. Did you want to use credit or debit? And then his boss comes up and says, hey, to him, like directly, like, hey, what are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here. You're supposed to be doing something else. And so I was just like, I don't know. I just looked at him and he was just looking at me. He said, I have to talk to my wife. He was talking about me, y'all. I have to talk to my wife. Like he was saying, I have to talk to you, Like he was saying that to me. Like I had to come talk to you. I think. But that is like so beautiful and so like that's so my shit. That is so my shit, dude. Like I am so fucking into that. I love that you're so into that. And the confidence. But like why, when I pick up on your signals, are you saying that you're not sending the signals though? That's what's really confusing for me. Am I supposed to be blatant? I mean, I did tell you that I asked my co-parent and former spouse if he would please marry me. And you said about another female coworker, like something that you admired about her is how she can just take control. And I think that you're also talking about me too, because I very much am able to very much take control of situations and everything like that. And so I think that you were kind of talking about me by talking about her in a way. Or I don't know what the fuck. But I think that you were kind of saying in a way that you were feeling out of control in this, and you kind of maybe did need me to take control of this. And so that's why I'm wondering, like, I said to you, I would leave that job for you, and I'm not going to deny my feelings, and that I'm not going to like try to ask you to do anything different. Like, if you want to stay at that job, great. Like, I don't have to, like, I don't have to be there. I was honestly thinking that he and I were going to run off and like start a great business together and like do all kinds of awesome business and make a baby at the same time. And I was like, this is so exciting. This is going to be a great life. I mean, if I can imagine it, it's real on some level. Okay? It's not impossible. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I really appreciate you. If you want to hit the like button, if you feel so inclined, I mean, you don't have to if you don't like this. I totally get it. I just appreciate you if you feel like subscribing. It's totally free, and it really does give me like a big benefit. So if you feel like being generous and really kind, please sub to Fun World. Thank you so much. Thank you, Daisha. The tragic love tale is bringing a tear to your emoji's sad face. It's tragic. It's tragic. And I guess I'm kind of lamenting too, just like sort of maybe how little self-awareness that man has. And if he maybe just had a tiny little bit more self-awareness. So let's talk about confidence, though. Let's talk about confidence. And then there was the donuts moment. There were so many little moments where he was like watching and like seeing if I'll like, yeah, okay, I'm sure the donuts was like a little test to see if I would say thank you. I not only said thank you, I blessed them with a prayer, a Hindu prayer. So I feel like I like passed his little test of the donut shit. I don't know what the fuck. So, okay, like, I don't do little shit like donuts and see if they know that I bought the donuts. Like, that's not what I am about. I'm like, hey, I got a thing for you. And I kind of feel like maybe you got a thing for me. You want to like, I don't know. Maybe that's weird for people. I don't know. I just want to love, okay? I'm just trying in my golden retriever puppy way. I just want to love. I want to live. I want to give. I've been a miner for a heart of gold. It's these expressions I never hear. Keep me searching for a heart of gold. And I'm getting old. I've been to Hollywood. I've been to Redwood. I crossed that ocean for a heart of gold. I've been in my mind. It's such a fine line. Keeps me searching for that heart of gold. And I'm getting old. Oh my God. And I kind of feel like maybe there's like some like latent repressed homosexuality between mentor and mentee. And that's like an issue. And like they both wanted to fuck me, but I can't fuck everybody. You know, I wish I could. And I kind of do. I wish I could fuck everybody. There's a great song that's like, I want to, it's 9 Inch Nails. I want to do everything. I want to see all the world. I want to fuck everyone in the world. I want to do something thing that matters. Really. I love that. Yeah, I get that. I get that vibe. I get that vibe. Oh my gosh. Yes. Deja Figueroa does a CBS prediction. Okay. This is amazing. I'm going to replace you guys with y'all because that's my dialect preference, being from the deep south. Y'all will reunite one day. It will happen. I know. It is. It's coming. It's coming. The full moon, like, I know that he was like, because it's coming up on our year anniversary. It's coming up on our year anniversary. And I kind of really do kind of want to find him and give him like a paper, like a letter, a love letter, because that's what you're supposed to give your spouse on your 1 year anniversary. Paper. Oh my God, husband. I'm coming for you. That is so cute that I have like a spiritual husband. No, but I did this whole shit on like soul connections and shit because I was menstruating. We totally are. It's like a whole shit. It's like a whole shit. We are wed. He was right. I am his wife. I love that. I've been thinking about that all day. Him coming up to me, I have to talk to my wife. And he was just doing this whole little thing in his own head. He was doing this whole little thing in his own head about how much he loved me. And he thought of me as his wife. And he had to come talk to me. But he did this whole little sneaky shit of the little, cell rebuttal role play. That is so creative, dude. I love how your mind works. And why do we taste each other's food and drinks? I think it means because we really are. We're meant to be together. And I don't know, like this whole shit of like I describe it as he turned me all the way out and threw me away. And it was like the exact opposite of the energy that I was expecting to receive, honestly. Honestly. And I guess that's just shame. I guess. Because I felt the shame from him. I felt the vibe of shame. I wasn't feeling the shame, but I did feel shame after I felt the vibe of shame from him. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck. The man asked me to come up. Okay, I did say, but we work together. And I was like, I don't know. And I was like, I'll come up, but we're not going to do anything. But then I like immediately, it was like, I lied. I didn't say that, but I immediately like gave him a big hug and I kissed him on his lips. So like, what the fuck? Maybe I should have not. I don't know. I thought it was so fun. I thought it was so awesome. I thought it was so great. But maybe it was scary. Maybe that level of intensity, maybe that level of love and intimacy, it was just too. And he just couldn't see himself with that. I have to just accept that. I just don't understand. Like, if he was all like looking at me and everything and like really paying so much attention to me when I was just kind of focused on my work, and then he got my attention and I said, hi, like, I want to like do something, like, why when I respond to his obvious interest, why then does he say no? I wasn't. What is that? I'm sure that's so common, right? I mean, it probably happens a lot. I don't know. A fear of abandonment makes them reject and like abandon the that's like what I'm realizing. It's their fear of being abandoned. But then I'm like, but I don't want to be abandoned by, like, if you have a fear of abandonment, I don't know why you're making me go away. Because I can help you with your fear of abandonment because I'm a person and I can stay here with you and I can co-regulate. And we can also fuck, which is more fun than masturbating. Co-regulation is more fun than sitting by yourself thinking alone, and fucking is totally more fun than masturbating. So says Toiom. Shout out to Brandon CC, wherever you are. I fucking love you. Thinking about you all the time. And we are going to rebuild this YouTube channel, GD it, starting from scratch. It's the legend of the Phoenix. Soul connection. Soul connection. Deja Figueroa says, I like 9-inch nails. Me too. Bow down before the one you serve. You're going to get what you deserve. Head like a hoe, black as your soul. I'd rather die than give you control. Oh my God, husband, spiritual husband, you should totally like jam out to that song because it'll give you, you know how you feel out of control? It'll give you a sense of like, wait, I'd rather die than give you control. I got this shit. You know, it'll get you into your autonomy and into your sovereignty. Jam out to that. Husband, I really wish that you and I had a way to communicate without me seeming mentally ill. I wanted to do these things like, please hurt me in a way that's fun. Please hurt me in a way where you stay. Is that so sad? I don't know. It's ultra nonviolence. I don't know. I just know that I love you. And these like are supposed to be like glistening, but I feel like this is very like a herpes. This is like a herpes A kind of shit. But that's cool because like everybody has it. Almost everybody in the world has it. And they talk about bat mitzvahs. I'm sorry, brisses. The male circumcision. Did y'all know a rabbi puts his mouth on a baby's penis in a circumcision? Okay, I guess that might be some goddess Kali shit, but I just think that is like, I don't know. If I were a mother, I would be like, you're not going to suck my infant baby's dick that you just like cut the fork. I'm not even going to do that ritual. I'm respectful of all religions. I think that ritual, I think genital mutilation of any kind, that's not God. That's not God. That's totally people trying to control people. Don't fuck with my genitalia before I'm 2 weeks old. That's what I say. But, I can't speak because I'm an infant. I'm a newborn. Oh my God. No, seriously, I'm standing up for Jewish babies' rights right now. How do you know that they want to be circumcised? How do you know that? And like, that's so rude. Don't you know in Africa, they do it as adults because of that? Ultra violence. Oh, you don't like my genital mutilation? Okay. Maybe I should start talking about Maryland. I know. Girl, I love you. I love everything about you, Deja. I really do. I love everything about you. I love everything and more. You know, good fortune is just around the corner, honey. In these dark and uncertain times, just know the only way out is through. Thank you, honey. Thank you, Dauda. So I think I want to read some more about like men and stuff and how they deal with like falling in love and shit and everything. Cause it really does seem, if this fucked me all up, this fucked that man up. And like he's not a woman. So he doesn't have like the same kind of processing skills that I have. And that's sad to me. That's sad to me that we're kind of like on our own, doing this, regulating when we really should be co-regulating. I see no reason not to co-regulate. I see no reason not to co-regulate. It seems like it's unhealthy to not co-regulate. And it seems like it's really healthy to co-regulate. Look into each other's eyes like we know that we like to do all of that stuff. I don't know why. It's like you did it and then you like said that you didn't believe in it or something, or I don't know. Fantasy, reality, and it seems like you really do. Like you're not getting me. Like, remember when I told you that I was genderqueer and pan and poly, and that I have this whole new idea about holy matrimony, and it's like a true love revolution where the government has nothing to do with it, and it really has nothing to do with any kind of commerce or like money or status or anything like that at all. That's like the opposite of it. So my true love revolution is so real to me, and I know that I described it to you so perfectly. So I don't know why it's suddenly when I'm saying I love you, that means that I want like a $500,000 wedding, and I expect you know what I mean? Like I really think even though I said all that I'm looking for, all that I care about is really true love. That's my first priority. Everything else comes second. I care about money. I care about all the basic shit. Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I care about all the basic shit. I really care about the things that are beyond survival. Progression and evolution of a vibe, right? Like I really am like so like all about that. And I think that you are too, because you like really were listening and like really taking it in and really asking me questions. So I think that you're like curious and you're like really thinking about, wow, like people really live like that. You don't just say that you live like that, you really live like that. And he's like, me too. But then like the world gets in the way or something like that. And he's like, wait, I have to be some dissociative, desensitized, like fitting into this model of fascist pay. I can't think for myself. He won't let himself be free. I get so upset. I get so upset. Talked about 1984 and how my economics teacher was talking about that part when those two get together and it's like so bad and wrong. It's forbidden love. And she was talking about like why that's so important for governments to suppress romance and love. Because when two people fall in love or whatever, when two people fall in love and like that's all they're doing, they're hard to govern. I know I said that. And like, I don't know. It was like you like caught it for the fantasy of it, right? But you're like, nah, that's lame, dude. I'm just going to say that's lame. That's lame, but whatever. Yeah. I think I'm going to end it. If you don't mind, Dauda, because I love you. And I need to go like research about men in love and shit. I really need to research because I don't know. I don't know what the fuck. Thanks. Thank you so much. Manny Lick asked, do I hate men? I love men. I love men. I love dick. I hate rapists and I hate sexual violence. And men aren't supposed to be any of that. I love men like Eli Hutch. And I don't know anything about you, Manny Lick. But that's my answer. Thank you. I will. I'll tell you all about it. I'll tell you all about it. And, and then you'll be better prepared out here in these streets. I'm just kidding. I try to talk like I'm hip. I'm hip like the kids, Dacia Figueroa. Juxty Fig.
You have such a cool mommy.